Every story of debt starts with a single moment, a quiet decision made under pressure. For the Thompsons, that moment is happening tonight. Mr. Thompson sits at the kitchen table, staring at a stack of unpaid bills. In the background, he can hear his kids laughing, blissfully unaware of the storm brewing. This isn't just about numbers on a page. It's about the weight of a family's future resting on one man's shoulders. When the overtime hours at the factory dried up, the paychecks started shrinking. Suddenly, the grocery trips became a source of anxiety. His wife, Sarah, would whisper over receipts, her face etched with worry. The fridge, once a symbol of abundance, started looking bare. It was in one of these quiet, desperate moments that Mr. Thompson reached for what seemed like the easiest answer, the family credit card. Just until things pick up, he told himself, a familiar promise many of us have made. But the next payday came and went, and it didn't fix what the credit card only promised to hide. The temporary relief was just that, temporary. We see him at the grocery store, the cart full. At the checkout, he pulls out the card. That single swipe wasn't just about buying food for his family, it was a test. Not a test of how much money was in his bank account, but a test of his discipline. Because credit doesn't really measure how much money you have. It measures how much patience you don't. As he walks away, the initial look of relief on his face slowly morphs into something else, a quiet, creeping fear. He knows this isn't a solution. It's a deferral of the problem. Later that night, the kids are in bed, but the house isn't quiet. Their son, Alex, overhears his parents arguing, their voices tense with a frustration that has been building for weeks. When Alex peeks around the corner and sees his father's face, he doesn't see greed or laziness. He sees the immense weight of a father's pride. The powerful urge to protect his family is comfort today, even if it means sacrificing their security tomorrow. In that moment, Alex sees a reflection of a much larger story. It's the story of so many of us, individuals and even societies, who blame a faceless system for problems that often begin with a single personal choice. It's easier to point fingers at governments or banks than to look in the mirror and acknowledge our own role in the cycle of debt. The desire for immediate gratification is a powerful force, one that can lead us down a path we never intended to travel. The next evening, the family is gathered in the living room. The mood is somber. Mr. Thompson holds the credit card in his hand, looking at it not as a tool, but as a temptation. Then, with a decisive snip, he cuts it in half. His kids watch, silent. They might not understand the financial complexities, but they understand the gravity of the act. It's a statement, a declaration of change. Credit itself isn't evil. It's a tool, and like any tool, it can be used to build or to destroy. The real question it asks is this: who is in control, you or the debt? And the answer to that question doesn't start in a government building or a bank's headquarters. It begins at home, with the small daily decisions we make. It begins with teaching our children the value of patience, the importance of living within our means, and the quiet strength of self-discipline long before we ever feel the need to point fingers at anyone else. If you're as fascinated by the Thompsons' decision as we are and want to catch up on all the details, we've got you covered. For more stories just like this one, go ahead and click on the thumbnail you see in the upper right corner of your screen. And hey, if you enjoy our content, please consider subscribing to the channel for more updates. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching.